Hello my boys, good morning. This is a short and important video where I will address what will happen with a loot filter, with a path of building program and the price checking programs in Path of Exile 2 Early Access. Because in the community everyone puts this question. So I did some digging because I was also curious and I found out. Okay my boys, let's start with the loot filter. As you know, in Path of Exile 1, when you kill monsters and open chests, there will be a lot of items on the ground. Now I disabled the loot filter. As you can see, it's a mess. You want to sort the valuable things from the crap that you will never use. Yeah, that's the role of a loot filter. And also loot filters tend to have multiple strictness levels. So for example, if you lower the strictness level, you will see more items. Now it depends on your budget. In the end game, you want to raise it up so you see less things on the ground. Yeah, that's the role of a loot filter, and people wonder if we will have this on the early access. So enough talking, let's put the words from my favorite creator. 1 second. So this guy is creating the best loot filter for Path of Exile 1, and people wonder what he will do in Path of Exile 2. Let's hear him out.
I will not be providing a filter for POE 2 at the start of early access. For that, I need data about the game knowledge and experience about POE 2, and of course actually time to build.
After he explains that he needs at least 2-3 weeks before he can design the first Path of Exile 2 filters. So keep that in mind. Another thing that you must know, Jonathan Rogers said numerous times that in Path of Exile 2 we will not see things like this. Yeah, so they compacted all the loot so that the monsters stop dropping shit ton of items. Yeah. That's good. We don't know really how that will look because Path of Exile 2 will launch in few hours actually. Hey, so we will see it. Okay, my boys, now let's talk about the next big thing, which is the community fork path of building program that we use in order to export builds to others and to import builds from others to take a closer look. We take a look here at the items, at the skill gems. This is very useful. Even for new players, they get used pretty fast. So when they're building up a build, they look here at the skill gems, they look here at the items, they inspect here the nodes. We actually got a response from the Path of Building guy. He explained that he will indeed make the program also in Path of Exile 2, but it will take some time. It will not be available upon launch. And one more thing which is very important, most likely for Path of Exile 2, he will make a separate client. I quote, POB for Path of Exile 2 will most likely be a new client, as trying to keep the code base on one app is going to be a pain with how different the systems in the game are. Yeah, so we will have 2 separate clients, that's no problem for us. Then he continues, I also believe that as Path of Exile 2 is a new game, it would be detrimental to the community if we release a version of the POB after only a couple of weeks into the game life. We only get one chance to explore the game for the first time, and having a POB too early is not something beneficial in my opinion. Which is true. Okay my boys, now let's talk about the price checker. As you know, in Path of Exile 1 we need to price check our items to get an idea of the value. The whole game revolves around finding items and trading with other players. This is the core of this game in my opinion. Even the market economy is very complex in Path of Exile. So having a price checker program is essential. When a monster drops an item, you want to get an idea if that item is bad or it's worth selling. Yeah, you want to find items, sell them to other players, and do your upgrades. So the loot filter is essential. I did my best to research what will happen to Awaken POE trade, and I couldn't find anything, sadly. But based on all the other comments that I've seen and all the other developers, most likely it will not be up on the first week at least. So you will go blind into Path of Exile 2, which also can be a good thing if you want to explore the game. But know that Path of Exile 1 players can have an advantage even here because they already know what items tend to have value, what items will rise in price, they will know. Now I want to address another problem from the community which involves all these programs. They want everything to be integrated into the game, even the price checker. So people say they don't want to install other programs in order to price check items. They don't want to rely on Awaken POE trade, for example. They don't want to rely on path of building. They don't want to rely on an external loot filter. They want the game to have its own loot filter here that we can use. Actually, Jonathan Rogers said something interesting that they contacted these guys in order to work with them. It can be good, but I get the community, they say that it's better to have all these things in one place. So they could be integrated inside the game, so you don't have to download them separately one by one. That is a minus in my opinion, but the game looks good. It's all about exploration and having fun, and not having access directly to loot filters, to community fork program, or these price checking programs can be interesting, yeah? With experimentation, with questions, and this is a part of fun. So my boys, when Path of Exile 2 launches in few hours, you won't be able to use loot filters, to use the Awaken POE trade and the community fork. This is the long story short, but keep in mind, in the guild Discord server, I will add here multiple channels, exactly like I did for Path of Exile 1. You will have highlights channel, Path of Exile loot filter. I will explain when they add the loot filter in Path of Exile 2, even for the community fork, so I will keep you up to date. Not only that, there will be a channel where I will personally price check items for you. So as you know, I play this game a lot. I'm pretty good at price checking things, and I will help. If you want to see the guild Discord server, you have it in the description of the video. You can take a look. If you hate it, you just leave it. But if you like it, you can stay. Enjoy and have a good time. Good luck.